In the past few years, we've seen the New Orleans Saints get so close to a title, making championship games, getting very, very close, and maybe losing on the last play or on one very, very dumb decision. Now, this is something that has just been going on for the last few years and has really kept them out of a ring. Obviously, they've had the talent, they've had an insanely good offense led by Drew Brees. Now, Drew Brees is retired, and I'm going to be looking at whether or not they will be successful without him and what the next few years will hold for the franchise. So, if you are new to the channel, be sure to drop a sub down below. We're trying to hit 200 subscribers. We can totally get there. And also, let's try to hit 10 likes on this video. Now, the New Orleans Saints obviously lost their quarterback due to retirement, and that has been a quarterback that they have been riding with for a very, very long time. He's been very successful here. They won the Super Bowl about 11 years ago, and now they have really a hole at quarterback. And I understand Jameis Winston has had about 5 years as a starter and totally has potential, but really I just don't think that he will be the answer for them. They have offensive talent. They definitely have, I mean, their running game is very, very strong with Alvin Kamara. They can pass the ball very well. Their offensive line is pretty good. They're an all-around very, very strong offense. But that's the exact same thing that Jameis Winston had in Tampa. And without adding too much, we just changed our quarterback and we won the Super Bowl. And I understand there's a difference between Tom Brady and Jameis Winston, but the results we got out of Tom Brady in our current offense then is kind of like night and day between the results that we got out of Jameis Winston in that offense. So obviously Jameis Winston will hold back an offense. So I understand there is upside to his offensive production. He threw 30 touchdowns. He threw 5,000 yards for us in his last season with us. But really, I mean, how many games would we have won if he had cut down on his picks, if he had thrown half as many picks that season? It was a lot of just dumb decisions, forced throws, thinking that he can be the hero and making really, really bad decisions and huge errors that ended up costing us games. Also, there was a couple other things that changed. Like, we did add a couple more really valuable starters. Devin White had a breakout year. Our kicking situation was kind of fixed, and I understand that's like a huge deal. But really, overall, Jameis Winston just could not survive in our environment in Tampa. But now he's going to be taking over New Orleans. So this is basically just a video of whether or not he'll be successful. He is a huge X factor to them, and that's going to be the guy that makes or breaks their season. Obviously, New Orleans Saints still have talent outside of him. They won multiple games with Taysom Hill at quarterback. Although Taysom Hill is going to be definitely in contention for starting over Jameis Winston for this upcoming season, I think they could trade the job multiple times throughout the course of the year, but I just don't see him being a legitimate passing threat. Obviously, he only had one passing touchdown all of his starts. You can only run like wildcat formations, running the ball, screens. You can't do that much. That's just, you can't win games like that. You're too predictable. Obviously, they played a team with no quarterback. They kind of got lucky with their matchups. So they were able to win games, but really, I just don't think that Taysom Hill is a long-term solution. He's just not, he's not fantastic at passing the ball because he really can't do that. He is a pure playmaker that's going to be running the ball, just creating plays he can catch too. But really, his thing is not throwing the ball, and that's really what you need out of a quarterback because that just makes you too one-dimensional. Now, I understand Alvin Kamara also is going to be a running and receiving threat, which is really tough to defend. Michael Thomas will hopefully be healthy this year. Their offense is stacked even without their quarterback, but I think really the huge thing that's going to come down to this year is their quarterback. Will their quarterback play well? How is this going to pan out for them? And I'm really interested to see that just because this is going to be a crazy season for them. And I understand their division is a little bit difficult too. They have a high ceiling Carolina Panthers and a high ceiling Atlanta Falcons. Obviously, the Bucs just won the Super Bowl, so it's going to be tough surviving in that NFC South. And I understand they are a great team. They do have weapons more than any of the other teams you could argue. But I just think this is going to be all down to, can Jameis Winston clean up on his mental errors? Or are they going to start Taysom Hill, and are they going to be able to just win games without really passing the ball too much? So basically, I think that they're not going to be that good this season simply because of their quarterback issue. I think that they will be looking to draft one, maybe in the 2022 NFL Draft. That class will be good. Probably not as good as this current class that we're about to have, the 2021 class. But I think they're going to be looking for a quarterback simply because there is a huge gap there, and I think that they are not aware about how little they're going to be able to win with the Hall of Fame quarterback in Drew Brees. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe down below. Also, leave a like. I am going to be setting up a Patreon in the, maybe in a couple months. I'm trying to do more consistent posting, just that I've been hit really hard by school. So if you did enjoy, be sure to subscribe. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.